Have you ever wondered if some of the greatest inventions in history were never meant to exist? Imagine waking up tomorrow without microwaves, sticky notes, X-rays, penicillin, or even the safety glass in your car. It sounds impossible, but here's the shocking truth. Many of these life-changing inventions weren't created by brilliant plans. They happened because scientists made mistakes, ignored accidents, or simply got lucky. In some cases, they were trying to create something completely different and ended up changing human history forever. Today, we're counting down some of the most incredible accidental discoveries ever made. Some saved millions of lives. Others transformed the way we eat, travel, work, and communicate. And the craziest part, most of them almost ended up in the trash. Stay until the very end, because the final accidental invention wasn't discovered in a laboratory at all. It happened after one man simply forgot about his experiment, and the world has never been the same since. Let's begin. Human history often celebrates genius. We picture scientists wearing white lab coats, carefully planning each step until they finally achieve a breakthrough. But reality is far messier. Scientific progress is filled with failures, broken equipment, unexpected reactions, and moments when curiosity overcame disappointment. Sometimes the biggest discoveries come from asking one simple question. That's strange. Why did that happen? Our first story begins in 1928 with a scientist named Alexander Fleming. He'd been studying dangerous bacteria in London. Before leaving for a vacation, he accidentally left several petri dishes sitting in his laboratory instead of cleaning them. When he returned weeks later, one of the dishes had become contaminated with mold. Normally, any scientist would have thrown it away immediately, but Fleming noticed something unusual. Around the mold was a perfectly clear circle where no bacteria were growing. Instead of ignoring the contamination, he became curious. After further investigation, he discovered that the mold was producing a substance capable of killing harmful bacteria. That substance became penicillin. Before antibiotics, even a small cut could become infected and turn deadly. Millions died from diseases doctors today can easily treat. During World War II, penicillin saved countless soldiers suffering from infected wounds. Since then, antibiotics have saved hundreds of millions of lives across the world. One forgotten experiment changed medicine forever. Now imagine trying to build a stronger adhesive, a superglue that could stick almost anything together. That was exactly what researchers at the company 3M were attempting during the late 1960s. Instead, chemist Spencer Silver accidentally created one of the weakest adhesives anyone had ever seen. It barely stuck to surfaces and could be easily peeled away without leaving damage. The invention was considered a complete failure. Years later, another employee named Art Fry became frustrated because the paper bookmarks inside his church hymn book kept falling out. Then he remembered Silver's strange adhesive. What if that failed glue could hold paper in place without damaging it? The result became the world-famous Post-it note. Today, billions of sticky notes are used in schools, hospitals, offices, and homes across the globe. A failed glue experiment became one of the most recognizable office supplies ever created. If you're enjoying discovering how mistakes changed history, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We uncover the unbelievable true stories behind the inventions, historical events, and discoveries that shaped our world, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's continue. Sometimes accidents happen during lunch. In 1945, engineer Percy Spencer was working with magnetrons, devices used in military radar systems during World War II. While standing near one of the machines, he noticed something strange.
The chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Most people would have laughed, thrown it away, and grabbed another snack. Spencer did something different. He began experimenting by placing popcorn kernels near the machine. They exploded into popcorn. Next came an egg. It heated so quickly that it burst. Spencer realized invisible microwave energy could cook food rapidly. His discovery led to the microwave oven. The earliest microwave ovens were enormous, expensive, and mainly used by restaurants and businesses. But over time, they became smaller, cheaper, and common in homes around the world. Today, millions of families rely on microwave ovens every single day, all because one engineer noticed his chocolate had melted. Another remarkable accident happened in Germany in 1895. Physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen was experimenting with electrical currents passing through glass tubes covered in black cardboard. The room was dark, yet he noticed a fluorescent screen across the room glowing mysteriously. Something invisible was passing through the cardboard. He had no idea what it was, so he called the mysterious rays X-rays. Curious, he placed various objects between the rays and the screen. Wood became transparent. Books became transparent. Then he placed his wife's hand in front of the rays. For the first time in history, the bones inside a living human hand became visible. Medicine changed forever. Doctors could suddenly see broken bones, swallowed objects, and internal injuries without surgery. Today, hospitals perform millions of X-rays every day, making them one of the most important diagnostic tools in modern healthcare. Next, let's talk about something almost everyone has experienced at least once: dropping your phone. Modern smartphones often survive thanks to specially strengthened glass, but the idea began with another accident over a century ago. In 1903, French chemist Edouard Benedictus accidentally knocked a glass flask off a shelf. He expected it to shatter into thousands of dangerous pieces. Instead, it cracked but stayed together. Earlier, the flask had contained liquid cellulose nitrate, which had dried into a thin, transparent coating inside the glass. That coating held the broken pieces together. Years later, after reading about deadly injuries caused by shattered automobile windshields, Benedictus realized his laboratory accident could save lives. His discovery led to laminated safety glass. Today, safety glass protects drivers, passengers, office workers, and countless others around the world. One dropped flask prevented countless tragedies. Our next accidental invention wasn't discovered by breaking something, it was discovered by forgetting something. Back in 1928, scientist Roy Plunkett was experimenting with gases while trying to develop new refrigerant chemicals. One cylinder unexpectedly stopped releasing gas even though it appeared full. When he opened it, he found a strange white waxy material coating the inside. The gas had transformed into an entirely new substance. That substance became Teflon. Initially, nobody knew what to do with it, but researchers eventually realized it was incredibly slippery, resistant to heat, and highly durable. Today, Teflon is used in non-stick cookware, aircraft components, industrial machinery, electronics, medical equipment, and even space technology. Another failed experiment became an essential part of modern life. History repeatedly teaches us the same lesson. Failure isn't always failure. Sometimes failure is simply success wearing a disguise. The greatest scientists weren't just intelligent, they were observant. They noticed what everyone else ignored. They asked questions instead of throwing mistakes away. Curiosity turned accidents into breakthroughs.
Think about it. A contaminated petri dish became antibiotics. Weak glue became sticky notes. A melted chocolate bar became microwave ovens. Invisible rays became medical imaging. A dropped flask became safety glass. A forgotten experiment became Teflon. None of these discoveries happened according to plan. Every single one began with something going wrong.
That may be the greatest lesson science has ever taught us. Progress doesn't always come from perfection. Sometimes it comes from paying attention when the unexpected happens. The next world-changing discovery could already be sitting inside a laboratory somewhere, dismissed as a failed experiment, waiting for someone curious enough to look a little closer. Thank you so much for watching. If this video surprised you, leave a comment telling us which accidental invention amazed you the most. And if you know another incredible scientific accident that changed history, we'd love to read about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another fascinating journey into the unbelievable stories that shaped our world. Until next time, stay curious, because history is often stranger than fiction.